Hey, it's Randy at Funeral Funds of America. In this video, I'm going to share with you the actual pricing for $25,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 64-year-old male. Now, first thing I recommend is going directly to our website at funeralfunds.com. We've got these quotas on just about every page. All you need to do is click the state that you live in. We're licensed in all 50 states, by the way. Select the coverage amount, put your birthday in there, the rest of the info, click Get Quotes Now. It'll take you to a page that's going to show you the best insurance companies that are going to offer the lowest rates based off your age, gender, and the state you live in. Take advantage of that. You can also call us toll-free, 888-862-9456. One of our licensed agents can help you or answer any questions you have. Now, first thing we recommend for a 64-year-old male looking at $25,000 worth of insurance is they ask themselves, is that $25,000 going to be enough to take care of their final expense needs? Now, typically, final expense is going to mean either a cremation or a burial. So let's talk about cremation first. The average cost of a cremation, where you just come home in a cardboard box or an urn, that's going to be around $1,000 to $2,000, between $1,000 to $2,000. If you're going to have some sort of ceremony with that, in addition to the cremation, that's probably going to be anywhere from $3,500 to $4,500, depending what part of the country you live in. So as far as coverage, what would you need? Well, let's talk about that. So for that cremation where you're going to come home in a cardboard box or an urn, most of the time we're going to help people with $5,000 to $7,000 worth of coverage. And you might be asking yourself, well, you say, Randy, well, if the cremation's $2,000, why are we looking at $5,000? Well, the thing is there's this thing called inflation, right? And our 64-year-old probably wants to make it to 74, maybe even 84 years old. And we know the prices do go up over time. So if we actually get approved at your lowest age right now to get you the lowest rates and get adequate coverage, you'll never have to worry about this in the future. So we just add in some extra coverage to adjust for the cost of inflation in the future, that inflation-proofs your plan. And then God forbid, if you did die sooner than anybody thought, there's some extra money on the front end just to pay some other bills in case there are any there, like medical bills or credit card bills or something like that. Basically some bills that if given the gift of time, you would have paid them off, but you just died too soon. Now, for that cremation and the ceremony, we're typically helping people with $7,000 to $10,000. Again, inflation proofing the plan in the long term, and then just providing extra money in the short term. God forbid something happen sooner than anybody thought. Now, as far as a burial, the average cost of a burial in the United States right now is right around $10,000. So if you walk into pretty much any funeral home in the United States right now with a $10,000 check, chances are they will work with you on it. It's hard to imagine they would say nope and let you walk out the door to one of their competitors 2 blocks down the road. But just understand, $10,000 is kind of bare bones. It's not going to be anything fancy. That takes care of things today, but it certainly doesn't inflation-proof your plan going forward. So quite typically for a 64-year-old male, we're helping typically with $10,000, $15,000, or $20,000. Occasionally as high as $25,000 if there's some extravagant needs. But yeah, typically $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Now, if you're on a fixed or limited income and your budget's tight, probably get that $10,000 because it takes care of your most immediate needs right now. And we can always add more coverage later. But if you can afford it, we'd probably recommend the $15,000 or the $20,000 because that just inflation proofs your plan for the future. Now, occasionally somebody will come and say, hey, we want to take care of final expense needs and leave a bunch of money for the kids. They might say, what's $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 going to cost? And we'll show them like the cost for $50,000 and they go, oof, we're on a fixed or limited income. We can't do that. That's too much. We're not going to do anything. We have to kind of have a conversation with them that say, hey, you came here originally for the final expense needs. And the fact that the insurance is so expensive at age 50, that's just because you waited till age 64 to shop for this. Why don't we do this? Why don't we take care of your final expense needs first? And then at some point in the future, if you want to add coverage for the kids, then we can help you out with a separate policy. And that typically works out terrific for folks. So we highly recommend that. One thing we also recommend getting is first day coverage or benefits. We never recommend those plans with 2-year waiting periods. We'll talk about those in a moment. But yeah, you want first day coverage or benefits. And what that means is first day coverage means if your plan were approved and issued today and you died tomorrow, the insurance company would have to write out that check for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $25,000, whatever the coverage amount was. That's going to be the best coverage at the lowest pricing, and that's exactly what you want. But some people would say, well, you're right, Randy, I do want first aid coverage, but I'm not in the best of health, and I know that those plans ask health questions, and I'm worried I may not qualify. And we say, well, that's our problem, not your problem. And what we mean is, from an insurance standpoint, we work with enough different insurance companies. They all ask different health questions. They all have different underwriting. And really, right now, around 90 to 95% of the time, we're getting people approved for first day coverage or benefits. We're terrific at what we do. The only reason we wouldn't be able to get first day coverage is if you waited too long and you had some really significant health issues going on, like maybe you had a terminal illness and you're going to die in the next 12 months. Maybe you have dementia, or you're on dialysis, or in a hospital, or in a nursing home. If that were the case, we would typically refer you out to a different insurance company. Another thing that seems to happen every week, it seems, is somebody will come up and say, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week. They didn't have any insurance. We don't have any money. And the body's down at the funeral home, and the funeral home director is not going to do anything till he gets a check in his hand. So we need to get this insurance really quick so that we can pay the funeral home director and get this taken care of. And we have to let them know that there is no insurance company in the United States that's going to offer a policy on a dead person. Not a single company. And it's so sad and unfortunate that, they lost a loved one, but it's also sad and unfortunate that the one who was lost did not have this insurance. They knew they were going to die someday. They'd probably thought about getting this insurance more than once, and they put it off. And then one day they just went and died. And now their family members are going to have to pay this off. Typically, they're going to have to put it on our credit cards and pay like 26% interest. So yeah, don't leave that legacy behind. I mean, you could have done everything right in life and messed up this one last thing, and that's how you're going to be remembered. So we just recommend people don't do that. Get this insurance. It's affordable. If you need to start small, we can always help you add more coverage later. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the one thing we don't recommend are those plans with 2-year waiting periods. Now, Colonial Penn is one of those companies with their $9.95 plan. If you didn't know this already, their $9.95 plan has a 2-year waiting period. Ouch, right? Man, you should never settle for a 2-year waiting period if you qualify for first day coverage or benefits. Absolutely not. You'll be overpaying, and you're going to have that pesky 2-year waiting period. Now, Colonial Penn's not the only company that does those 2-year waiting periods. There's other companies too. Mutual of Omaha, their United of Omaha line, AIG, Gerber. Gosh, just a host of other companies out there. That's the only thing they offer is a plan with a 2-year waiting period. And some of these companies have done an amazing job of convincing the American public that, the only thing you're going to qualify for if you're over age 50 is a plan with a 2-year waiting period, to which we always go, right? That's how we react, because we help people with first aid coverage all day long. So don't believe that garbage from some of these other companies. Now, our male age 64 probably just got done watching one of those Colonial Penn TV commercials. He's probably thinking, oh man, for age 64, I'm going to get like a lot of coverage for $9.95. I'm probably going to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 just because I was smart enough to wait. And then they talk to a Colonial Penn agent, or they go on their website and look at the rates like we're doing for you right now. And they see that a male age 64 for 1 unit of coverage, which is going to be $9.95, that's only going to pay out $949. That is not even enough for a cremation these days in any part of the United States we're aware of. And even if it was, it wouldn't matter because it's got a 2-year waiting period. Oh my gosh. I mean, why would you ever get a plan that is such minimal coverage? It's going to have a 2-year waiting period that's not going to take care of even cremation costs. I mean, $949 paying for a burial? Now, yeah, don't even believe it. Now, there's some people out there that would say that these companies that offer these low teaser rates, they tease you to get your information, that they only do that not because they want you to buy that super low price plan because it's not very profitable for them. They actually want to use that rate to tease you to get your interest and then get your information into their marketing funnel. And then they'll try to sell it to you. And chances are they're going to be happy to show you how minimal that coverage is for $9.95. But they will then show you more coverage, which is much more profitable for them. So I would never say Colonial Penn would ever do anything like that. But some people are fairly convinced of that. That's what I've read anyway. So I just make your own determination on that, just understanding that, $949 is going to cost $9.95, and it's not going to do much for you. Let's take a look at $25,000 though. One challenge is Colonial Penn maxes out at 15 units. And because of that, you're limited. You can only get, for a 64-year-old male, you can only get $14,000, and that's going to cost roughly $150. So let's look up some first day coverage and see what that pricing is going to be. $25,000 male, age 64. Here we go. Click get quotes. And again, we're coming back here. We're about $14,000 for $150. Take a look at this. I want to go back and show you this again. $25,000. That's going to be $124. And this is level coverage, which means first day coverage. So tell me what you would in fact want, if at all possible. Would you rather have $25,000 for $124, or would you rather get $14,000 for $150? If you haven't noticed this, you pay more. You are paying right around $25 more a month, and you're getting around $11,000 less coverage. Why would you ever do that? You need to be a smarter consumer than that. Even with this plan, $25 a month times 12 months, it's going to be $300. You're going to overpay. And after 10 years, when our 64-year-old male is 74, you will have overpaid right around $3,000 for a plan that's going to offer around $11,000 life insurance. And you're gonna end up overpaying that premium every single day for the rest of your life. But tell me this, why would you ever go with an insurance company that's going to charge more, give less coverage, and sock you with a 2-year waiting period? And we just don't recommend that at all. We recommend this first day coverage. Let's look at some other companies here. Okay, we're 124. Here's a company, Lumico. They're $10 more level coverage, yeah, but $10 more. So that $10 a month times 12 months is $120, times 10 years is $1,200. You may go, $10 a month is not that big a deal. What adds up? $1,200 after 10 years. Let me ask you this. Would you ever open your wallet on the public street, throw $1,200 on the road, and then drive away? No, you wouldn't throw money away. So why would you throw money away on getting a more expensive insurance product? Yeah, let us help you get approved for the lowest rate so we can save you the most money. Let's find one other company. Yeah, our quoter, you're going to be able to see all these different companies here. Oh, here's one, Lincoln Heritage. Yeah, it's a fine company, I guess. But look at that pricing, $164. It's like right around $40 more a month. It is level first day coverage. That's good, but it's so expensive, like $40 more a month. Why is it so expensive? Well, Lincoln Heritage has a deal where when you pass away, they will supposedly check 3 or 4 different funeral homes to get the lowest pricing. And they don't do it for free, though. They charge for that. It's going to be an extra $40 a month that you're going to overpay for the rest of your life. So let's kind of figure this out. If it's $40 a month more for Lincoln Heritage, that's 40 times 12 months. That's $480 more a year. If our 64-year-old lives to age 74, you're going to overpay right around $4,800 roundabout, just by going with the wrong company, Lincoln Heritage in this case. So, yeah, we just don't recommend you do that. We'd rather see you keep that money in your bank account versus put that money in the bank account for an insurance company. $4,800, you could do an awful lot with that kind of money. And what we would typically recommend you do is just let us get you approved at the least expensive plan. And then what we do is we offer a free funeral and estate planning guide. And all you need to do is download that off our website and then print it out. Once it's printed out, then fill it out. You write in who gets what goes where, and what you want done after you're gone. And then when you're done with that, you keep that with your insurance policy. And then when you pass away, everything's in one place. And your family members will know that they're not only protected financially because they've got the insurance policy you left them, but you're also protecting them emotionally with the funeral and estate planning guide, because all they need to do is open that up and read what you wrote and execute and follow through on your wishes. And they'll know that you are doing everything, that they are doing everything exactly as you wanted. And what peace of mind that will bring them. And they will know that you not only loved and protected them in life, but you loved and protected them that one last time in death, which is exactly when they would need you the most. So what a wonderful legacy to leave behind. So we encourage you to reach out to us. We can help you with that legacy. We've got a special quote for our YouTube viewers, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. And that'll take you to a page that's got a quote. You're going to get the lowest pricing and the best companies and the most discounts. It's really terrific. Take advantage of that. You can also call us at our toll-free number, 888-862-9456. One of our agents can help you out with that, with anything, questions, whatever it is. But if you've got an existing policy and you want to price shop it just to make sure you got the best deal, or you want to see about adding coverage to that, we can help you out with that. If you need a brand new policy or you just have questions, we can help you out with that. But we look forward to helping you get the most amount of coverage for the least amount of money. We will be blessed to help you with this at some point in the future. Until that day comes, you stay safe, you take care. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.